Hey, welcome back. Riggs here. I have been busy. Like Doc used to say, I've been busy, guys. I've been doing a whole bunch of things and I have lots to show you, but I wanted to start out here because it's time. Do you know what it's time for? Anybody know? Do you know why I'm here? You might know this is a great spot to kill your first wither, or kill, any wither really. But there are lots of different ways to kill withers, and I think this is the easiest way to do it. So I wanted to just show you real quick in case you're not familiar. This is the very center block in this little bedrock expanse here. And if withers are 3 blocks tall. So if you make just a 2 block tall area that it will spawn into, it gets its head stuck. So if I build the body like that and I add the wither skulls here, I'm always nervous when I do this. I've done this before, but not in this expansion. But yeah, if I do it just like that, yeah, he should get his head stuck and we will be safe to chop away at him. But I have a lot of different projects to show you today, but I wanted to start off with a bang. There we go. And oh yeah, I brought the poisonous potato because I always feel badly for this thing. Let's see if we can get this done. I know this will take a bit, but I wanted to at least prove that this poisonous potato has a purpose. So I'll speed this up for you. Oh my goodness. That took a really long time, but I feel badly for this poisonous potato just hanging out in the game and not serving any purpose. So, all right, at least I have finally put this poor poisonous potato to good use, and I have my first nether star, and I have lots to show you. So let's get back to the overworld, and I'll show you what I've been up to. But welcome back, guys. It's a big day. Actually, before we head back to the overworld, I did want to show you something else I'd been keeping myself busy doing, which is mining obsidian. And I had been using a little bit of a water stream to help collect the obsidian that pops off the side. There's a few left over here. But then I realized these things are kind of like icebergs in that there is more of them underneath the surface than there is above. So I sort of came all the way down here, and why do I have that? Oh, that's probably why I have it. So I was standing on these platforms and then digging up above, which was kind of a nice, safe way of getting obsidian. It's a slow process, but I am collecting obsidian for a future project that I will talk about later. But yeah, I wanted to show that to you, and let's head back to the overworld. All right, ready to head back to the overworld, and I just realized I want to tuck this in my ender chest just in case something weird happens when I jump through. But yeah, should be safe back at home. But before I show you all the stuff I've been up to, let's make that beacon. So here we go. We have the nether star. I have obsidian that I just got and some glass, and we should be good to go. There you go. Yay! The first beacon. That's always a big moment. And yeah, so let's talk about what I've been up to here. Did you feel that? I feel like when you make your first beacon, things kind of shift into a higher gear. So I'm excited to put this to good use. I have a few good ideas for it, and I do have enough blocks to make a full beacon base. And I'm going to make an iron farm, which will help with that as well, back at spawn, which is another project I've been working on. But you can't do everything at the same time. I've been trying to get ready for a pillager raid at a nearby village, and I've done a bunch of different things in order to prepare for that, which I can show you in a second. But let's head over to that village and I can show you what we're working with. All right, I thought I'd take you on our little journey over to this village, not too far away from my main base, heading towards spawn just south. We pass over this village, which I think I have gotten too close to at night because it's pretty quiet there. I think they ran into some trouble. But this is spawn rather, that I have started a little base that is going to be where the iron farm is going to be, kind of a work in progress. I did a little video on a World of Warcraft base that I'm going to build here, and this is the Shattered Savannah that I love so much. And I have built a portal up on top of that eventually is going to be, I think probably my main base is going to be up here, because I just love this. You can see I've started to level this out and clear it out a bit, but I want to build little villager cities up here. So have a portal there, but anyway, I digress. Down here is where the village is that I want to do some fun stuff at. And Yeah, it's near this pillager outpost, which we visited before, but it's not the greatest candidate for a pillager farm because there's a lot of area that I would need to clear out. But this is the village that I'm going to subject to a raid, and just for fun. But I do want to prepare it and create some defenses. You can see I've put a few of them away. Actually, I tried putting a villager over here. I want to make sure these guys survive the raid, even if things go badly. But I don't think it's working actually because there are too many villagers nearby. But I should sleep. But I did want to show you an idea came to me while I was back at the skeleton farm, because I want to make this a fun raid, not just an effective raid that gets you lots of emeralds, but I want to enjoy it. So let me cut to that, and I should sleep anyway. So here we are down at the Skelly farm, which has been a reliable source of experience to mend my mending gear, but also been giving me lots of bones, which I can use for all sorts of stuff. But then bows and arrows, which I was kind of trying to figure out what to do with them. And then I realized that dispensers use bows in their crafting recipe, and a dispenser will only show up in the crafting recipe, by the way, if you have a fully mended bow. Otherwise you have to choose a dropper and then move a bow in there. But yeah, they made a change recently where you don't need to have a fully repaired bow in order to make a dispenser, and dispensers are really useful. And for a quick practical demonstration, I wanted to show you the difference between dispensers and droppers. The difference is significant, especially if they have arrows in them. So I've crafted a couple of buttons here. And which one of these would you want to stand in front of here? This one's smiling at you. This one is not. So when I click that, it just gives me an arrow. It's like, there you go. There's an arrow. But this guy here actually shoots the arrow at me. There, yeah, see? So a dispenser plus arrows equals some fun. Especially if you've got lots and lots of arrows. And then you combine that with a little repeating signal. Uh-oh. So you might be able to see where I'm going with that. Just making friends with one of my new farmer buddies here. Yeah, so I'm going to prepare this village using some of that, but I also have some other ideas about sort of some other defenses, including bamboo. And I was also thinking like just some scaffold walls, kind of like that, and see how they behave with that, because I don't know, there's a lot of different sort of ideas. And I wanted to get some of the sweet berry bushes. By the way, I found this. I wanted to do this with you so you could, I thought it would do more. Come on. There we go. Love that. But yeah, so I'm going to get to work preparing some defenses here, so because I think that'll be fun. And while I'm over here, I wanted to show you something else I found in the neighborhood. Let's see if I can take off. There we go. Right over here, I was minding my own business, just exploring around, and hopefully it will come into view in a second. Yeah, here we go. I think just over here, yeah, you can start to see the clearing. Yeah, hidden in the swamp is a witch hut, which is great news, because creating a farm is a bunch of work, but then, is he down there? No, I put a banner in here, but there's still the cat. Ooh, I should tame you. Hey, I know, I'm excited too. So this is going to be a lot of work to clear out. It's a lot of water, unfortunately, and I don't have sponges yet. That occurs to me. I should go visit a ocean temple. So much to do, so much to do. So the idea here is going to be to create a perimeter where the only thing that can spawn within 120 blocks is going to be just the witches. And it occurs to me there's a couple of different ways you can do that. And at first I was thinking, I could get my beacon out and just dig a huge hole down to bedrock, which is a lot of work. There's a lot of, pros and cons with everything. It's the most efficient. Nothing can spawn if there's nothing there, obviously. But that's a lot of work. The other way would be to use the fact that mobs can't spawn in the water, and that's sort of going the opposite direction, which would be to kind of dig out just the dirt and just let the water cover the area. And then you'd have to do a lot of caving underneath to make sure there's no monsters spawning underneath. taking up the mob cap. But yeah, so 2 different approaches. Curious, do you guys have any opinion? Big hole, more work, or easier water cover? Any thoughts? I'm curious. Now, everybody knows not to dig straight down, but everybody also knows that any good rule is made to be, broken, or at least there are exceptions to most rules. So just make sure you're digging down on one side, make sure you're not going too fast to find lava, and you should be good. So anyway, I'm gonna make I'm gonna dig a big hole, and then we're gonna have set up the beacon at the bottom. All right, we are directly under the witch hut down at Y11, and we're making the base, which is 9 times 9, which is 81. And I'll do the rest of this while I talk to you guys about my experience of recording YouTube videos for survival, because I have found it's kind of a different way of playing Minecraft than I am used to playing it. When you watch a Hermitcraft video, for instance, they start out with, there's absolutely no mountain there. So that's 7 times 7, which is 49. 81 plus 49 is, I'll let you figure it out, 130. But they start out where there's like no mountain there. And then by the end of the episode, there's like a full mansion with, crazy redstone and I don't even know, but the fully realized project. And I like to sort of chip away at a bunch of different things at once. And so I've found it sort of challenging to kind of sum up the progress that I make, in a given amount of time into a nice tidy little video. But anyway, I wanted to show you this process. Here we go with a full beacon. But I am excited to do this witch hut. I think if I had, a real YouTuber would record the very beginning of this process, and then they would come back when it's all done. But I like to show you the beginning, and then I'll show you the end, next time. So there we go. Boom. Beacon. Should do it. There we go. Nice. So that is exciting. Big progress, and I'll get digging, and thanks for listening. All right, I have this set to haste 2. These are nice, but haste 2, they should just call that superpower, because that is literally game changing. That's kind of amazing. So here we go with haste 5, and we can just zip out. It's so satisfying. So I'm going to do some serious digging here and clear out some space. Yeah, already getting the iron back that I needed from the base. So I'm going to do this. And there was other stuff I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I'm excited to update to 1.15 sooner rather than later. I don't mind playing, some buggy snapshots, but the 1.15 update, I think just the honey blocks are going to be fun. And not just that, but the fact that nether portal zoning has gotten much, much, much faster. And heading back home, wanted to fly past this shattered savanna one more time, just because you can. But yeah, I've sort of shown you the beginning of a few different projects. There's the witch farm, and there's the pillager raid hosting. There's my spawn base here, and there is I have to go visit an ocean monument to go get sponges and all that good stuff. So I have a lot of different options, and I'm curious what you guys are most interested in seeing as I make it back home. So it is up to you. Should I go attack an ocean monument? Should I do a witch farm? Should I host a pillager raid? Or should I just forget all that stuff and update to 1.15 and go find some honeybees? I don't know. All of those sound like fun. And if you are still watching by the end of this video, you get a vote in this matter. I will listen to the comments. I really do appreciate it. By the way, up to, I think, 750 subscribers. And I know most people are most interested in the snapshots and the seeds. So I appreciate you making it to the end of a survival video. But I will leave it here. Until next time, guys, this has been Riggs, and I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.